Hi foodie friends, my name is Jessica with Savory Experiments, and today I'm gonna show you how to shuck an oyster. But before we get started, let's make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. They come out on Wednesdays. Okay, so oysters. These lovely guys are usually consumed at restaurants, but there's no reason why you cannot make them at home. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the sink. Now, oysters go in the sand. They like sand. There's gonna be some grit, and you wanna go ahead and get rid of that. Make sure you rinse your oysters in cold water. You wanna make sure you rinse and you don't soak them. I'm also gonna use a stiff brush, and I'm going to scrub the shells to get off any of the sand or grit that might be on the outside that'll save you from eating it later. Now we are going to shuck our oysters. So oysters have two sides. You've got the cupped side, which is curved, and you have the flat side, which is flat. You've got two options here. You can either get a fancy schmancy wire glove. The second way is if you don't have a metal glove, you can just use a towel. We're gonna sandwich it in there and a shucker. Start with the cupped side down. You wanna look for the hinge, so where the shell comes together and opens. Take your shucker and wiggle it into the hinge. You shouldn't stab it. You always wanna make sure the shucker is away from you because this is one of the most common reasons people visit the ER for oysters. It's not food poisoning, it's because of shucker injury. And you wanna wiggle it in and then wind it up. If it doesn't go all the way in, go to a different part of the hinge. Wiggle in. Okay, and you'll feel it. The moment that it lets go, you will feel it. Take the shucker and move it across the top of the shell. The oyster has two muscles. You wanna rip off that top one, see it there, so that it comes apart. You're gonna wanna take your shucker, move it across the bottom of the oyster because there's another muscle that attaches there. Get it unhooked and flip it. If you're gonna be using that oyster liqueur for another recipe, simply tip it over that strainer so you get rid of any of the grime and then set it aside. Ah! Foodie friends, this is so special. Pea crab. See this little guy? He's alive. And he is a crab. They are a soft-shelled crustacean. In many cultures, these are considered to be a delicacy, and sometimes people like fry them up and eat them almost like croutons in a salad or something, but other times people eat them raw and live, just like this, out of the oyster. That is called a pea crab. One thing I will say is invest in a shucker. They're pretty cheap. You can usually get one at your grocery store. They are different than a knife. The tip is rounded, and the way that it is shaped on both sides can slide into that hinge better than a knife would. And let me tell you, you can still hurt yourself on a shucker, but you're gonna get yourself less than with an actual knife. And there we go, perfectly shucked oysters. I'm gonna use these to make oysters Rockefeller, but if you want to eat them raw, you can go ahead and eat them raw like this. If you need to save them for a little bit later, put them on a tray, put them in the refrigerator, but only for about an hour or two, keep them chilled. They're absolutely delicious. They're little pearls of the sea. From my kitchen to yours, have a great day.